Hi everyone, welcome to Pilot's Datum 5 minute CPL crack video. This is my first video, and in my videos, I'll be mostly concentrating on DGC, CPL, and ATPL exam questions, mainly the difficult theoretical and problem parts. My videos will be short actually, with a maximum of 5 to 6 minutes, so that you all guys can refer it as a quick guide, right? So let's get started. And in this video, we are going to look at a theoretical part of critical point or point of equal time. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, CP means critical point and PET means point of equal time. CP and PET is actually the one and the same because in some text we can see PET and in some text we can see it as CP. Okay, but when it comes to DGC exam, they mostly concentrate on PET rather than CP. Okay, now let's just define what is CP. Consider an aircraft is traveling from point A to point B. Okay, so CP is defined as that point between A and B from where it will take equal time to come back to the point of origin, and it will take that same equal time to go back or to continue its flight to the point of destination. Okay, so simply CP is a point between A and B from where it will take equal time to go back to the point of origin and to continue to its destination. Okay, that's simply CP means. So when it comes to the problem part, we are asked to find two things, that is DCP and TCP. DCP means distance to CP, or in when it comes to PET, it will be DPET, that's distance to PET. As I told earlier, DCP and PET are always same. When it comes to TCP and PET, both are same again. Okay, so the formula for finding DCP is given by DH by O plus H. Okay, now let's see what are these variables means. D means simply the distance between A and B. If in the problem it is given that the distance between A and B is 1000 nautical miles, means D is simply 1000. If it is 500 nautical miles, it is simply 1000. 500. Okay, so if it is given the distance is given as 1000, then D will be 1000. If the distance is given as 500, then the D will be 500. Okay, then what is H? H is actually the ground speed from CP to A. The direction should be is very important, or it should be noted correctly, because H is actually the speed or the ground speed from CP to A. That is, the aircraft is traveling in this direction. That is, it's coming back to the point of origin, or it is coming back to home. That's why it is given by H. The easy way to remember, H means home. That is, it is coming back to home. So H simply stands for ground speed from CP to A, and O is actually the ground speed from CP to B. Again, two things to be noted. I am saying ground speed, not the true airspeed. We are taking ground speed. Okay, so O is actually the ground speed from CP to B. Again, the direction should be noted correctly, because here the aircraft is traveling towards a destination. So it is going outbound. So O stands for outbound. Easy way to remember. It stands for it is going home. So it is called homebound, and O is outbound, that is traveling towards the destination. So it is called O. Okay, so O is actually the ground speed from CP to B, and H is actually the ground speed from CP to A. The direction is very important. Okay, look at the arrow. It is pointing towards the home. It is pointing towards the destination. Okay. So DH by O plus H. Simply you have to put the variables here, so you can get the DCP directly. So TCP is given by DCP by ground speed. DCP that we have found earlier. So DCP by ground speed. Here the ground speed which we are taking is actually the ground speed from A to CP. Again, the direction is in this direction, towards the outbound or towards the destination. Why the directions are very important is that when you come to the problem part, they usually give different wind speed in different legs. Okay, so if we have to get the directions clearly, then only we can get the actual ground speed. Okay, so the direction is very important. In finding TCP, we are taking ground speed in the direction or in the leg from A to CP. That's aircraft is traveling this direction. In outbound, it is also traveling in this direction, and then H, it is traveling in the opposite direction. Okay, you will get it clear when you do a problem. Okay, so these are the conditions or factors that you should be remembered while doing a CP problem. Okay, DCP should be found out only by considering an engine failure situation. That is, even if the question doesn't say that there is an engine failure, you have to assume that in every DCP problem there is an engine failure. Why we are taking the engine failure is that we have to use the reduced true airspeed. That is, in questions we will be given a two airspeed, that is full airspeed, and that is full airspeed or normal airspeed, and the second one will be reduced airspeed or engine failure situation. So for finding the ground speed we needed for H and O, we have to take only the reduced true airspeed. From the we have to give the wind correction and find the ground speed. Again, you will get it clear while you do a problem. And the second one is all calculation must be done with the ground speed. Again, the true airspeed must be converted to the ground speed with the actual wind correction which is given. Again, the direction is very important to find the ground speed. Don't worry, you will get a problem and you will see. The next thing is point to be noted while doing a CP problem. Okay, the first thing is that these are the factors and these are the points you should be having remembered, or you should be remembering. CP and PET always move towards the wind. Okay, we'll see. Suppose an aircraft is traveling from A to point B. Okay, so if there is no wind, then CP will be exactly the midpoint between A and B. That's if the total distance is 1000 nautical miles, then this will be 500. This leg will be 500 nautical mile, and this leg will be 500 nautical mile. Okay, that means there is no wind or beam wind. The conditions are same. Either this situation can occur if there is no wind or if there is a beam wind. Beam wind 90 degree to the path of the aircraft. Okay, aircraft is traveling in this direction. Okay, and the next, this is beam wind or nil wind situation, the first one. And the second one is if the aircraft is traveling from point A to point B. Consider if there is a wind from this direction. If the aircraft is moving or traveling from A to B, if the wind is coming from this direction, that means that the CP will move towards the wind. Okay, that means if there is no wind, the CP is midpoint. So if there is wind, as I told you, CP will move towards the wind. That means if the CP will move closer to the point of destination, that CP will be somewhere around here. Okay, so if this is a total 1000 nautical mile, this may be say this will be 800 nautical mile. Let's just say example, and this will be 200 nautical mile. Okay, that means the aircraft is traveling this direction and the wind is from this direction. So what happens is CP will move towards the wind. Okay, that's wind is actually coming from the point of destination. In the third example, we can see that an aircraft is traveling from point A to point B. Okay, and if the wind is from this direction, that is from the point of origin. So CP will be actually moving towards the wind, as I told you. So CP will be move closer to our point of origin. So this will be 200 nautical mile and this will be 800 nautical mile. Just an example again. So this will be CP. Okay, so the conclusion of this part is that CP will be always moving towards the wind. Okay, so if there is a beam wind, there won't be any change in DCP. When it comes to tailwind or headwind, the CP will move towards the wind part. Okay, or wind side. And the other thing to be remembered is that any sort of fuel change, that is total fuel, flight fuel, fuel consumption, etc., will not affect to find DCP. Okay, if there is any change or in fuel quantity, in questions they will be given to confuse you that there is a change in fuel quantity or fuel consumption like that. But you should be remembered any sort of fuel change to find DCP, it won't affect it. Okay, so that's it about CP or PET. Okay, we'll find a problem in the next video. Okay, so you will get everything here will be clear there. Okay, thank you for watching the video.